Alright, everybody. Welcome to episode 1, take 11 or so of the B5 podcast. I've kind of done one of these things before. If you want to check it out, it's a couple videos back on my YouTube. It is my 911 subscriber special thing. Kind of treat that like episode 1 of this podcast because I kind of talk about myself and my interests a lot, and I don't want to recap all that. So I'll talk a little bit about myself, but if you want a more in-depth look, go check out that video. Also, I apologize for any audio issues or anything like that because I live next to an intersection and it's loud as fuck. I also have a window fan going, and I'm also recording this just on my phone. But whatever, the show must go on. So let me just get right into it. Last night I got completely obliterated. I'm not normally the partying type, but it was dabs and bong rips and Trulies, and I woke up at 7 this morning. I was still drunk, and I drove home. I mean, drunk drivers for Biden energy. I got back, slept some more. I was fine. Did some shit, and then now I'm drinking again. I think this is the best way to approach this podcast, honestly, is to just come in I'm not hammered or anything, but I'm definitely there. And I think that's the best way to approach this. So I got a list of topics, and we're just going to see how this works. This is my 11th attempt at a podcast episode. I wanted to try this with my friend, but he was unavailable, as I currently am in a different location than he is, obviously, because we're not together. God, what was I saying? Alright, this is not a good start, but so that's the info about me. If you want more info about me and my interests and my story so far, like I said, check out my 911 subscriber special. That's definitely going to be more coherent than this. But basically, I do YouTube gaming stuff, I do music, I do creative writing and stuff, and I do have a EP dropping on Spotify this Friday, which I'm very excited about. It's 2 years of work, and I paid money, and I'm putting it on Spotify, and it's alright, It's not anything amazing, but it's pretty decent. And I'm excited about that. But anyway, I have a list of topics, so I'm just going to start going through these. So I saw this video of Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's the QAnon lady from Georgia. It's fucking insane. But it's every time, she just reminds me of my grandma. Fucking alcoholic, terminally drunk, just spewing nonsense, and has very naive, non-nuanced opinions about things. Whenever you're you call her out or whatever, whenever she gets called out, she's well, I'm just asking questions. She sounds just she's perpetually drunk. She's just wow, I don't know, I'm just asking questions, and there's Fulton County, and Donald Trump is fucking God, and I'm not in favor of child rape, but I'm friends with Matt Gaetz. The fact she's even an elected official is kind of funny to me. She's the wine mom, not even wine mom, wine grandma candidate, so I'm saying it's my drunk grandma, just well, I think this, and I'm just asking questions, and I think it's good to ask questions, whenever you get caught in your bullshit, because you're perpetuating lies and just spewing ill-informed nonsense. Fucking dumbass. But God, I gotta I mean, she's met Trump countless times. I gotta assume they've hooked up at least once or twice. You gotta bet they have. Donald Trump's probably Marjorie, I really love how you're really reaching a demographic of fucking dead brain morons that is just my voter base, and I think you're doing great things for the party, so I'll let you have sex with me if you want. And she's like, oh, Donald Trump, I fucking love you. Let's have fucking QAnon sex. Matt Gaetz can watch. Whatever. Conservatives, dude. I fucking hate conservatives. They're so fucking stupid. It's like my biggest thing. All this fucking voting rights shit. They're like just. They're really good at hiding racism, if anything. Like, goddamn, we're like reverting back to like post Civil War like shit. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Donald Trump's my fucking president and my lover. Shit. God, half these people, dude. You know how much like repressed sexual energy conservatives have towards Donald Trump? Like it's fucking insane. Like they all want to bang him. I'd say 40% of the United States wants to have sex with Donald Trump, which is like, I mean, what's it say about me? If I can't get laid, but Donald Trump's like a sexual goddamn icon. He's got orange paint and like a neck pussy and shit. Oh shit, God. You know, one of the big pluses about Joe Biden is that he just doesn't have a neck pussy. Like he's roughly the same. I think he's older than Trump, but he's made it without a neck pussy. I think he did get plastic surgery because his face is all fucked up. But like that little like neck pussy thing that Trump had going on, I think it's just because Trump's like overweight. But Joe Biden rides bikes and shit, so you know he's not gonna like develop a neck pussy, which was like a big selling point for me. These these guys have fucking like Trump 2020 signs up still, and it's like, bro, like how deluded are you? He's not coming back. He's gonna fucking crash weddings in Mar-a-Lago and shit, and like talk about how the election was stolen with no evidence, which is like doesn't even matter. He can just say it, obviously. And you know what? Like fuck it, man. Maybe the election was stolen. It was stolen because I don't know whatever their reasoning is. Every state Joe Biden won, he didn't win, and every state Trump won, he won legitimately. But like Joe Biden's victories were illegitimate because I don't know, people voted. So anyway, we're gonna have to send your ballot to like a cabin in Montana for a forensic analysis because even though there's no evidence of voter fraud, I don't know, man. There's like we're just gonna fucking send it to Montana, dude. That's where democracy is so like cool and transparent because we have like this company called Cyber Ninjas. Not sketchy at all, man. Or like ninja security, some shit, something ninjas. Like sounds sketchy as fuck. It's like it's so blatantly evil and like corrupt and partisan. All these fucking dumbass audits, and then they never find anything, and they spend like millions of dollars, and you're like, well, uh, there's a certain number of ballots that, I get a weird feeling about them. Their vibes are off. That's gonna be the new form of like election security. It's like a vibe check. You're gonna have like fucking Cletus in fucking Georgia vibe check your ballot. It's like, your vibe's off, and it's like he just says that to fucking every minority voter. It's like, your vibe's off. I don't know if we can count your ballot. Fucking, they're gonna ship in dudes from like rural Georgia to count Fulton County ballots. Oh shit, it's so goofy, dude. It's so dystopian and scary. Like we need to pass federal voting rights legislation, but Joe Biden is such a fucking bitch. He's like, listen here, Jack, we're gonna pass voting rights legislation, maybe. I don't know. Maybe if Republicans let us, we'd really appreciate it because they kind of gutted the Civil Rights Voting Act, but it's cool because the Supreme Court is a beautiful institution, and Brett Kavanaugh likes beer. I like beer, Jack. I also like sniffing hair. My Joe Biden impression's not that good. It's not as good as Donald Trump's impression. Marjorie Taylor, your pussy's... Can't fucking do that. It's fucking gross. Anyway, I'm gonna move on to the next topic. I've really fallen off the deep end here. I gotta talk about something important, something near and dear to my heart. And you know what? Maybe I should have voted for Trump because we're in like a fast food chicken tender shortage right now. I went to Culver's, which is the best fast food restaurant ever. If you're in the Midwest, you know. But if you don't live in like Minnesota or Wisconsin or Iowa or whatever the fuck, like you don't even know what this place is. But it is like the best place, and they have these buffalo chicken tenders, and they're out of them because of this like chicken shortage shit. I just really miss having like a pro fast food president. Like Donald Trump, say what you will about him, but he was definitely pro fast food. Like he had like a fast food party at the White House at one time. And I know for a fact if he could not go to Culver's and get buffalo chicken tenders, he'd make it like a national priority. And Joe Biden, he's like riding bikes and shit. Like he doesn't care. Like Donald Trump, he got me, and Joe Biden's just missing the mark on this issue. And so I went to Culver's and I'm like, so can I get some buffalo chicken tenders? They're like, no, we're out. We have a shortage. They took them off the fucking menu. I don't know if they're ever gonna come back. That's Joe Biden's America, and it's just, I can't believe it. They're just gone, and that was probably the greatest loss. I'd say this pandemic, out of everything it's taken, the buffalo chicken tenders from Culver's, that's like the worst loss of all, I would say. Maybe the election was stolen. We got to get Trump back in there so we can fix this. Donald Trump, please save us. Joe Biden, he took Culver's buffalo chicken tenders in Fulton County and Maricopa County. They're fraudulent because, I don't fucking know, whatever the reasoning is. Oh, fuck. I'm kind of fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. This is, I'm pretty, yeah, I'm definitely drunk. But, man, last night was crazy. That was, like, way worse. I took I took dabs or whatever. I was taking bong rips and dabs, like, back to back. And I've not done dabs, like, many times at all. Like, I did it, like, once before last night, and I took like multiple, and it fucking knocked me on my ass. I almost passed out. And you like sweat. It's like terrible for like the first 10 minutes, and it feels awesome. But like I think the thing that really threw me off was like the crossfade. I was having all these weird epiphanies about shit. I was watching like Cumtown bits and shit, like just random funny things. I was laughing my ass off. It's fucking hilarious. But, yeah, no, it got scary because I was talking to my friends about Coldplay or whatever. And I'm a huge Coldplay fan, but like their new album's coming out, and I'm like, man, they're gonna collab with BTS. Like it's gonna be kind of cringy, honestly. Like I'm gonna shit my pants if this thing sucks. Like I was talking to my friend about it the other night, and I streamed it, so if I can find the conversation, I'll put it in here. But like it was like, about how embarrassing it would be if the song was bad. Like if it's good and it works out, then like, oh shit, that's pretty impressive. But if it sucks and it's cringy, like that would just blow up in my face as a fan of Coldplay. Alright, so if I can find the clip, I'm gonna play it now. And if you didn't hear anything, I couldn't find the clip, but it was, anyway, I'm just concerned about this collab, but Coldplay, the album, I have no doubt that it will be good, like overall good, because like they're actually really good. Like their last album, Everyday Life, was like a fucking masterpiece. It didn't do well commercially, but it got nominated for Album of the Year, and it's amazing, honestly, and it like predicted the future so much. Like you'd listen to it and you'd be like, damn, this came out in 2020, right? Because it seems like it's all about 2020 issues, but no, it came out in 2019, and it predicted the end of the world, sadly, but it's a fucking banger. Great album. What's kind of weird too is Chris Martin, who is the lead singer of Coldplay, collaborated with Kanye West on like his biggest album, like the Homecoming thing or whatever the fuck it's called. And anyway, the song's called Homecoming. And I heard it randomly, and I was like, holy shit, this is like really good. and it's like some piano riff, weirdly Coldplay-esque, but then Kanye is just like riffing over it, and then Chris Martin comes in with the hook, and it's like, it's fucking nuts. Like, it's a really good song, and I've been listening to that a lot lately. Um, I just wonder how like that goes. Like, they seem like two different people. Like, Chris Martin's like very like kind of gay. Kanye West is like just a dude, you know? Like, he seems like he wouldn't vibe with that like flamboyant personality. Like, Chris Martin's like, oh, maybe we should make this song about being scared to talk to women. And Kanye's like, I'm gonna make this about eating pussy. It's like their fucking styles don't match at all. I'm only like 18 minutes into this shit. I'm gonna have to cut it up so much because of this fucking traffic. It's pissing me off. I'm gonna like throw my chair out the goddamn window if another loud car drives by. It seems like it's only whenever I try to like record shit. Fucking just gets really noisy. Whatever. Like, I honestly, like, I like Minneapolis a lot. It's a great city, and I'm glad I lived here for like the last 2 years. But I'm also kind of glad I'm leaving. Like, it's just fucking, it's such a weird place. It's like, it's just like, there's just too many gay people. I think that's what it is, you know? Like, it's just all these gay people gaying things up. It's like every block has a goddamn community garden and free library, and it's like, I want something more masculine, like monster truck parks or some shit. I want some goddamn alpha male, sigma male, fucking parks. All these goddamn vegan, fucking coffee shops and shit. It's a goddamn liberal hellhole. You know what my favorite thing about living in a city is it's probably the crime. I'd say that fucking kicks ass. Like, when I see dudes like fucking come up and threaten to mug me and shit, like, that just gives me a boner. It's like this weird sexual thrill I get. It's like, yeah, I pay fucking $8.50 a month to walk outside and get threatened with robbery because it just turns me on. It's like a kink. Living in a city is like my fucking kink. But I mean, it's also kind of lame though, because there's like way less crime than advertised. Like, I thought moving here I'd get shot. Like, I'd walk outside my door, somebody'd shoot me in my fucking thigh or some shit, and I'd bleed out and die. It's kind of banking on that, but sadly, there's a lot less violent crime than I thought. Sorry, I'm going off. See, the thing about politics with me, obviously I'm joking right now, like nothing, I'm not like saying it's a fucking stat, I'm just joking, it's a bit. But like when I do have a serious conversation, I cannot convey what I'm thinking at all. Like, I was having a conversation with somebody recently, and it was about like a police shooting in like a small town kind of by where I grew up, and I was like, oh yeah, well, you know, like the circumstances are kind of weird. Like, obviously this guy's just like an egotistical maniac. I don't really like police, and he was like carrying a gun in town, and they shot him, and they said that he was like obviously like posing a threat to people, but it didn't really, like, the circumstances were kind of weird. And so it's like, well, it's not necessarily like he didn't deserve to be shot on the spot just for carrying a gun around town. But the way it came out was like, they were like, well, it's illegal to carry a gun around town. And I said, well, no. But like, I was going to say, well, no, I don't think he deserved to die for that, like, just inherently, you know? But all that came out was, well, no. And then I kind of like mumbled off. And they're like, well, it's fucking illegal to carry a gun in town. I'm like, yeah, I fucking know it's illegal to carry a gun in town. I just can't have a fucking conversation because I'm so socially goddamn awkward. Like, I feel like I have some knowledge of like issues and things, but I can't convey that in like a articulate way, so I just sound like a fucking dumbass. And like, I recognize in the moment I'm also sounding like a dumbass, but I just can't like, I can't absorb information and then convey it. I can just like absorb information and then like fucking rattle off shit that's like a half coherent thought that doesn't make any sense. But basically what I'm saying is I'm really smart, but you just don't know it because I'm fucking stupid. No, but like, that's the thing. Like, I read a lot about things, and I honestly like, I'm stupid. Like, I'm a fucking dumbass. And if I'm wrong, I change my mind. But the thing is I'm never wrong. So no. But I think the only issues I really know a lot about is like single payer healthcare and like some voting rights stuff and like I don't know infrastructure. Like I'll fucking nuke you if we talk about any of those topics. But if it's anything else, you're gonna beat me in the battlefield of ideas, the marketplace of ideas, because I'm just like not good at talking to people. I'm getting progressively way more drunk. Like that was a heavy mixy. You know what's funny is all these fucking Twitter accounts that like just post bullshit and like people give them money for it. God, there's so many like terminally online brain like fucking white liberals. I think what I need to do is make an account and like pretend to be some like feminist and like get people to give me money. Be like, oh, hey, it's Wednesday. It's Women Wednesday. White men give me money because you're a little fucking bitch. I'll make like 3 grand. Fucking go blow it on monster truck toys and shit because I'm a fucking man. I don't know. I was playing Halo the other day too because I'm a man, you know, obviously, and I don't normally get drunk, but like I have alcohol. I've had a surplus of alcohol recently because I've bought it for other people. And if any government entities are listening, I bought it for people that are over 21, obviously, because I uphold the law. No underage people I didn't buy for or anything. But, fucking, anyways, playing Halo the other day, I got fucking drunk. And, I'm just so good at Halo. Like, it's ridiculous how good at Halo I am. Like, I just get into lobbies and I'll, like, shit on dudes. And, the funny thing is that I always get, like, put on shitty teams. So I'll drop, like, 30 kills and I'll still lose by, like, 20 points. And I'm like, oh, sweet. Goddamn, I'm like really drunk. Holy shit. I got the spins bad. You know what's funny? I was watching this movie and it's like it's like fucking 3 hours long. It's so goddamn long. But it's like a QAnon movie. And it's got like Tom Cruise in it. And, was it? I don't even fucking remember the name. But like I'll give you a rundown of the plot. So like it starts out and it's like this normal, like seemingly romantic, like drama thing. And this dude and his wife are kind of like arguing, and then they go to this party, and then they like split up, and the wife's gonna go fuck this dude. And then Tom Cruise is like gonna go fuck these 2 chicks, but then like they don't. And Tom Cruise gets called up into this bathroom, and it's like this girl OD'd or some shit. So he like helps her like not die, and then the dude's like, "Oh, thanks for saving this chick I'm banging. If my wife found out, I'd be in trouble." It's like his best friend. He's like, "Yeah, it's Tom Cruise's best friend." Tom Cruise is like, "Yeah, man, no problem, dude. We're friends. Obviously, I got your back. Like, just let her rest up. She'll be good to go." And then he's like, "Hey, ma'am, you need to get clean because, you know, you're a good person, but just don't do this anymore." And then him and his wife leave the party, and then they go home and they're like smoking weed, and they're like arguing about like, she's like, "Oh, you don't know me as well as you think you do. I wanted to fuck this guy. I was gonna fuck this guy," and like Tom Cruise is like, "Oh my god, I can't imagine my wife cheating on me." So then he like imagines his wife cheating on him. And it's like driving him insane. And like through this weird sequence of events, he ends up like wandering around New York City at night, thinking about his wife fucking other dudes. So then it just like makes him like make these impulsive decisions. Like he goes to a hooker's apartment, then he goes and sees his friend play the piano, and his friend who plays the piano is like, "Yeah, I got this secret client. I'm gonna go play for him at this club. Here's his password," and like blah blah blah. And so like this movie is so bizarre. Like it seems kind of normal in the first half, but it's like 3 hours long, so it like, you know, it's like kind of weird. Like obviously there's room for a lot of like tonal changes. And so like Tom Cruise is like meets up with his friend. His friend's like, "Yeah, I'm playing this party here." Tom Cruise is like, "Oh, I gotta go to this party. It sounds great." So his friend gives him this thing, and he's like, "All right, you gotta get a costume though." So Tom Cruise goes to this costume store, and he's in this costume store, and the guy's like, "Oh, you gotta pay me way extra because I'm closed. You know, it's way late at night, dude." And so Tom Cruise pays this dude like a lot of money just to get this costume after hours. And they run into this dude's daughter in the costume store, and she's like banging these 3 guys or some shit. and she's like 14, and it's like, whoa, that's kind of fucked up, man. But the store owner's like initially kind of peeved about it, but then he lets those dudes bang his fucking 14-year-old daughter for money or something. I don't fucking remember. But anyway, Tom Cruise gets this costume, and he goes out to the middle of nowhere to this party where his friend's playing piano, and he like goes into this mansion, says the password that his friend gave him. He's not a part of this group, but he wants to like kind of sneak in. So he gets into this room, and it's full of these like cult members and these naked women, and they're like doing this sex cult thing. And then this is where the movie takes like a huge fucking turn. Like this just came way out of left field. Like all the build up to it, it's like way different. Like this is where the movie just kind of goes off the rails. I'm like, what the fuck? Like what is this sex cult shit? And so then like all these dudes are like banging women, and I don't fucking know. It's really bizarre. And anyway, the cult finds out that he doesn't belong. Like he snuck in there, and they're like, "All right, get naked in front of us." Like they get Tom Cruise in the middle of this big room, and they're all circling him. And they're like, "All right, get naked, dude. Otherwise, we're gonna fucking kill you." It's kind of like gay, because it seems like they're very like into women, but I guess they're like kind of just they want to see Tom Cruise naked, and honestly, who wouldn't? But like whatever. So they like make him take off his mask, and all these people see him, and then they're like, "All right, get naked, dude." And this woman, who was kind of a mysterious figure, I forgot to mention her. So this doesn't really make any sense. But anyway, this woman he met at the party is like trying to save him the whole time, but she has a mask on, so like he doesn't know who she is, but she knows who he is. And so like this woman like seemingly sacrifices herself so he doesn't have to get naked in front of everybody. And then they just kick him out, and they're like, "Don't say what you saw here, and or otherwise we'll kill you or something. We know who you are," because he took off his mask. And anyway, so this girl kind of like disappears, and his friend who plays piano disappears because he got in trouble because he invited Tom Cruise. So anyway, at the end of the movie, it's like it's pretty ambiguous. I still don't know what the movie's called. It's got Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. I don't fucking know. It's so weird. But anyway, at the end of the movie, it's like implied that this girl got murdered by the cult, and then his friend got murdered by the cult. But he just got like off with a warning, I guess, which I assume that like they should probably just kill him too. But anyway, it turns out his friend from the beginning was at the cult thing, and he recognized him. And then the girl who sacrificed herself for him was the girl that OD'd at the party in the beginning. So it's like, ooh, very profound. And then I don't fucking know. Anyway, the movie ends, and it's implied that like his kid got taken by the cult or something. So it's like a QAnon thing because of like the sex cult stuff. But obviously that does not extend to like any conservative or Republicans, because even though Matt Gaetz rapes kids, he's definitely against child rape. And same for Donald Trump and being friends with Jeffrey Epstein. There's definitely no connections there, even though he said he was into younger women. But whatever. No critical thinking, because that's for fucking smart people, and I am not that. The election was stolen, so fuck you. Oh god. Anyway, that movie fucking sucked. It was like 3 hours long. Fucking weird. You know what a great movie is though? Is Eight-Legged Freaks. That's like leftist theory. There's like giant spiders that attack this town, where like this guy who's like a corrupt businessman owns this mall, and he's like buying up all these properties. Then his mall gets blown up by the fucking spider resistance force, and it's like, yeah, down with capitalism. But the sad part is that there's like some of the good guys in that movie are like cops, so that's kind of lame. But like the dude, like the main hero dude, is just like a fucking loser, so that's definitely like a bonus. Like you can really envision yourself being like the spider killer dude. I think David Arquette is the guy that plays him. But yeah, fucking amazing. Great movie, 10 out of 10. If you can ever watch Eight-Legged Freaks, watch that shit. It's a fucking great movie. You want to know one of the thoughts I have? and it's that like ghosts, like most ghosts would be racist. I don't know if ghosts exist or not, but like at least American ghosts, like even just going back like 2 generations or a generation, like most of them would probably be pretty racist. Like Ghost Adventures would go into like some old place and be like, "Hey, spirit, talk into this box," and then it'd be like, "Ooh, I think Martin Luther King is causing some trouble. He's rocking the boat. He should shut his mouth." And they'd be like, "Oh shit, we need to fucking leave." And they go to like some Civil War battlefield. Just pick up like racist, like, whatever they call them, EVPs or some shit. The spirit box is like just, "I don't think that we should have ended slavery." Like, just fucking racist ghosts. The ghosts, like, just as a concept, don't make any sense to me. Like, some of them decided to stay from the afterlife, but it, like, what's the cutoff point, though? Like, you don't go to, like, Roman monuments and find, like, ancient Roman ghosts, you know? Like, I've never heard of that. It's always, like, ghosts from like the 1800s or something. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. Um, you think ghosts can have sex and stuff because like they can interact with the physical world, right? Like I don't really get it, but when Donald Trump dies, Marjorie Taylor Greene's gonna have like a séance, be like, "President Trump, please, your spirit, I need you inside my fucking QAnon pussy." "Marjorie, it's me, Donald Trump from the great beyond. I'm gonna ghost penetrate you. Fucking get your QAnon boards out." Oh, Jesus Christ. This podcast has gone off the rails, man. God. You wanna know what's funny? Is, Donald Trump's neck pussy. He, I don't even know, dude. It's just like he kind of like really developed that over the 4 years. Like you see, all presidents age rapidly. Like he didn't really age rapidly. He just like gradually looked shittier and shittier. He didn't get like gray hair or anything because he has his like little fucking authoritarian comb over or whatever the fuck that hairstyle is called. And then it's kind of weird. Mike Pence looked like he aged like a lot, so I'm assuming that he was just president for the last 4 years, and Donald Trump was kind of just like watching Fox News and stuff. Which is honestly like if I was president, that's the type of shit I do too. Like I just post on Twitter like about shit that just like makes me angry. Be like, the Democrats are a bunch of fucking bitches because they don't think I'm cool, and like I'd tweet. That's like the shit I'd tweet. The election was fraudulent because I lost, and as we all know, I'm fucking awesome. So it's not possible for me to lose. Please overthrow the country and kill Nancy Pelosi in a video game. You know what my favorite? You want to know what my favorite Joe Biden moment is? Was he was like getting interviewed. I think this was after. This would have been after the primary, but Joe Biden was getting interviewed, and it was like this person. He's like, "How many genders are there?" It's like it was like some alt right like heckler, and he's like, "Oh, he wants to get like a gotcha question to Joe Biden, like, ooh, how many genders are there, Joe?" And Joe Biden like just nonchalantly, he's like, "Well, at least 3." He fucking that was like his coolest moment. Like that's probably why he won the presidential election. He's like, yeah, at least 3, I guess. I don't fucking know. I'm Joe Biden. Like if he just took that mentality to like more like just the extreme instead of like kind of like acting like he knows what he's talking about. Like if he was just like, I don't fucking care. Who cares? At least 3, Just apply that to like other issues. I don't know. We should build some bridges at least, right? Like what the fuck? Come on, Jack. Gotta fucking get three genders. Oh, man. You think Joe Biden has sex still? I wonder if his wife, like, it's almost got to be elder abuse at this point, right? Like, he barely knows where he's at. He'll be having sex, so, like, fucking think he's back in, like, 1980. Like, say what you want about Trump, but he's, you know what? No, I think he was too busy watching Fox News and stuff. Like, he was a Sigma male. Like, he just chose not to have sex because he was just, balling out. Fucking almost dying of COVID. I bet him and Kim Jong Un hooked up a few times. They were kind of jerking each other off in their meetings. I think the thing that I liked most about Trump was that he was like out of shape. Like he was just not in shape at all, and that was like very relatable. Like he's just kind of a lazy asshole, like the embodiment of the typical American. He's like, oh, have a fucking Diet Coke button. That was actually fucking cool. I bet Joe Biden's like, nah, I gotta fucking ride bikes, Jack. Gotta stay in shape. Fucking loser. Who cares about physical health? Not me. God, I should have voted for Trump. I fucking voted for Biden because, I guess, at some point we gotta get serious about at least being a little bit less racist as a country, right? Yeah, it should have been Bernie. Whatever. Oh, man. Yeah, Bernie really choked in that last debate with Biden. I was like the nail in the coffin. Joe Biden took enough Adderall to like put him over the edge where he could like form somewhat coherent points. As his brain was melting on TV, his eyeballs were bleeding. Now, listen here, Bernie. We can't pay for Medicare for all because we gotta pay for my fucking neck pussy removal surgery. Gotta get preventative maintenance. I gotta get plastic surgery on my fucking face. I'm Joe Biden. God. Joe, I don't think it's reasonable that we allocate funds for neck pussy removal surgery when the average American cannot afford to have their neck pussies removed. Like, I don't fucking know. Neck pussy removal surgery for all. It's covered in Medicare for all. I don't know, Jack. Can't afford that. If you're too poor, you gotta fucking keep your neck pussies. That's why all the poor people like Donald Trump. He had neck pussies just like him. God. You know what's funny is, like when the stimulus stuff came out and they had like the child, you got like a certain amount of money if you had a certain number of kids. And I got like a fucking really conservative like Trump-ian I don't know what it'd be to me, like a cousin, I guess. Like just white trash. He has like 10 kids. They got like a shitload of money, like fucking almost 30 grand or more. And because of Joe Biden. And then they like, instead of like putting it towards their kids or anything or like improving their lives, they just bought a boat. Which is honestly like, if I got fucking 30 grand from the government, I'd probably blow it on some stupid shit too. I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go fucking buy 60 copies of Paul McCartney's Chaos and Creation album. And then I'm gonna throw them out my window and fucking hit the little fucking gay Minneapolis resident. Be a hate crime. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm like, it's 11:14. I've been like recording this on and off for like hours. I'm like eviscerated. I'm coming off of last night. This is just like compounding my shittiness. I was like so fucking hungover / drunk when I woke up, and then like just hungover after that. And then I just started drinking again at like 6. And now I'm fucked. You know what my favorite thing about Joe Biden is like just like the I don't even know what it is. Like the fucking not giving a shit. Like half the time, it's like if my major legislative priorities fail, I don't really give a fuck. Who cares? It's like we need to pass federal voting rights legislation. We need to pass infrastructure. If that's okay with you guys, I guess. I don't fucking care. Who cares? Joe Manchin's like president of the United States. Exxon fucking lobbyists are. Yeah, we're talking with Joe Manchin. He's gonna make sure nothing substantial happens. And Joe Manchin's like, well, I'm from fucking West Virginia where we fucking suck dicks and shit, but in like a conservative way. And I'm not really a Democrat, but I am a Democrat. And I'm better than the alternative, so you guys better love me, because I'm fucking Joe Manchin. And Kirsten Sinema, God, fucking everybody on Twitter wants to sexualize her and shit, and it's like, nah, dude. She has the style of like a fucking 40-year-old librarian trying to be hip. She's just a fucking loser. Doesn't stand for anything. God, it must be so easy to be a senator. I was thinking of like moving to Kentucky and just like running as like a hardcore alt-right conservative. It'd be so easy to win. Fucking Mitch McConnell, what does he do? Just be a dick. That's his whole job. He's a penis. Like he's a human penis. And he looks like it. He looks like a human penis and he acts like one. I'm Mitch McConnell. My favorite my favorite thing to do is make sure nothing happens because I'm Mitch McConnell and I don't fucking care. I'm 84 million years old. I'm a fucking decaying fossil. My lips are black. I am near death, but I will make sure nothing good ever happens. Because I got my little fucking turtle glasses and I don't fucking know. Fuck that dude. Fuck Mitch McConnell. God, I wonder how many like Republican officials like just kind of flicked Donald Trump's neck pussy. I wonder if that was like a sign of respect. Like before every meeting, they'd all line up, and then Donald Trump would like sit there and be like, "All right, who wants to flick my neck pussy?" And they'd just like give him a little flick as they walked by and sat down. Like he's just sitting by like the door. Like everybody who walks into the room kind of gives his neck pussy a little flick as like a sign of respect. Oh, Jesus. I can already tell that this podcast will have like no finite ending. It has no direction. It's just like on and off. Like I keep going away and coming back and I'm like progressively more drunk just because I keep making more drinks and coming back. Which is honestly like the best approach to this because otherwise I don't know what I'd talk about. But apparently I just want to keep talking about Donald Trump's neck pussy. Which I want to circle back to an earlier point I made, which is like I'm pretty sure like 40% of this country wants to have sex with Donald Trump, and they're like just deluded into thinking they have a chance. Like they're like, oh, Donald Trump might drive through our town and see my 66 Trump signs and flags, and it's definitely not a cult. I'm a free thinker. You stupid sheep. Like, I'm a free thinker because I just agree blindly with whatever daddy says. Fucking dumbasses. Hey, I'm a free thinker and all, but, I think that Donald Trump is Jesus Christ reincarnated, and he can do no wrong, and I agree with everything he says, even if it's fucking insane, because it doesn't matter, because he said it. And whatever he says is true and absolute, even though he just hosted a game show and was a rich asshole. But, he's a businessman, and that's why I voted for him, because, that's important. We gotta run this country like a business, so nobody has health care, and everything fucking sucks. You know, all these fucking billionaires and their space races. Fucking Jeff Bezos went to like, he didn't even go into orbit. He like was suborbit. Like, what's the fucking point of that? Fuck you. That's not innovative. That's just like, that's just you being like a fucking dick. At least go to space, asshole. If you're gonna fucking cause the collapse of society, you might as well go all out. If I was a billionaire and I could go to space, I would like make it a point to be the first dude to have sex in space. Like, I just, like, be like, yeah, I'm going to space with, like, I don't know, 50 hookers, like 10 pounds of cocaine. We're going to go into orbit, we're going to bang, and then we're going to live stream it. We're going to come back down. And it's space is, I want to inspire hope. So I'm going to do cocaine and bang hookers in orbit. And then come back and then let the kids know that maybe one day they can go to orbit and have sex. God, I'm just fucking eviscerated right now. You know what my favorite thing is about this billionaire space race is, like, how fucking lame it is. Like, they're not even doing anything cool. Like, Richard, whatever the fuck that dude's name was from Virgin. Like, he barely, I don't even know if he went into orbit. I think he did the same thing Bezos did, where it was like a suborbit thing. Like, they just went to, like, the edge of space, and we're like, ooh, we're fucking innovative. Like, dude, in 1960, the fucking Soviets were on the goddamn moon, dude. They sent a fucking monkey to jerk itself off and made it further than you did with all your fucking money. A fucking monkey who jerks itself off made it further than... I don't even know. Do monkeys... Either way, you get what I'm saying. Like, despite your billions of dollars and, like, this massive investment, like, a thing that looks its own ass already did what you did, like, 60 years before you did it. It's kind of funny. Not to say that Jeff Bezos or Richard Branson, that's his name, don't lick their own assholes. I'm sure they do. God, what, Bezos was wearing, like, a fucking cowboy hat when he came out. And, like, did you wear that up into space and then, or did you put it on, like, after the fact? Because it's kind of gimmicky. Like, I mean, he obviously wants to, like, appear cool. And he's like, hell yes, when he got out. He's, like, talking so fucking stupid. What a douche. It's like all these fucking nerds who, like, never had friends or, like, any social skills are, like, dictating how doomed and fucked we are as a planet because they're just doing whatever they want. So, like, Jeff Bezos is, like, just a fucking cock munch, and then he's wearing, like, a cowboy hat and going into, like, suborbit, not even doing anything cool. And then he's like, oh, I'm hot shit, huh? Richard Branson, I don't even fucking, who cares? Fuck that guy. And then Elon Musk is, like, posting memes as he's, like, contributing to, like, the mass fucking indoctrination of youth, because he's, like, a god figure to people. He's, like, the Donald Trump of, like, tech bros. Only, like, way less funny. Like, at least, like, Donald Trump was funny. Elon Musk shit's just cringe. Like, the Doge shit and, like, all of his Twitter memes are, like, not even funny. Like, at least Donald Trump, when he's overthrowing the country, he's, like, saying funny shit as he's doing it. He was a great poster. He was the poster's president. A true Twitter poster. With a fucking neck pussy. Mitch McConnell, I bet he'd be like, oh, Mr. President, I'd like to suck your neck pussy. That's no sign of respect. Fucking Donald Trump. It's not a neck pussy, it's, I'm in very good shape, I'm athletic. Who fucking cares? It's so weird. Now we're, like, it's so weird because we went from, like, status quo to, like, insanely, like, racist, like, bullshit for 4 years, and now we're, like, back to status quo. Like, that just doesn't work. That's why Joe Biden's failing. It's like there is no normal anymore. Like, we've been moved so far to the right in the last 4 years as a country, it's, like, depressing. And now, like, half this country's in a fucking cult of personality. But, you know, it's cool. Like, I don't even fucking know. I'm, like, super fucking drunk right now. Just talking about random bullshit. It always circles back to Trump's neck pussy. Like, that's just, like, I feel like that's an ideology in itself. it like hypnotized the masses. I think it's funny too, like how all the QAnon people are like, oh, Trump's fighting like the child sex cult stuff. Not realize, like, they obviously just have to ignore that he was clearly in it. Like, I think when Ghislaine Maxwell got arrested, his initial reaction was like, oh, did she say anything about me? Like, and then, like, the shit he'd say, he's like, I wish her the best, and, like, she was a good friend, and then they just, like, gloss over that in conservative media because it doesn't fit the narrative. He was, like, clearly one of these fucking pedophile rich guys for, like, a long time. You know what my favorite thing about like the GOP and like conservatives in general now is like they don't really have any policy or platform. It's just like culture war bullshit. Like I think the Texas legislature's thing was like it's not fix the power grid or like improve our infrastructure. It's just like ban transgender sports, build the border wall, like just stupid shit. Fucking stop election fraud that doesn't even exist. It's kind of scary, but like also kind of funny because it's like, well, what the fuck? We're this stupid now. We're at this stage. The internet has ruined society. Half this country has like mental illness. I think that just goes back to like our shitty education system too, for like the most part. You wanna know the thing that I hate is these fucking white guys on TikTok, like fucking these like middle-aged, like slightly overweight, like white dudes who just try and be like really insightful and deep and like contrarian and like very philosophical. Like, there's one dude, I don't remember what the fuck his name is. It's like something gut. And it's like all these little like teenage fucking weirdos worship this guy and every opinion he has. And then there's like another guy that's like the same. There's like another guy that's like the same thing. Like it's just like it's some like white dude that's just like slightly overweight and like a failed comedian or some shit. And he gives like these like very surface level, like just moderate, like both sides are bad takes, but like kind of flip flops. And when he wants to like be a Republican or whatever, like they're all fucking Republicans, but they like try and portray themselves as like some sort of intellectual and deep thinker. Really, they're just fucking dumb. Like they're all stupid. I'm stupid too, don't get me wrong, but like at least I fucking recognize that they just pretend to be smart, and then they like, because of the way they like portray themselves, like all these little like teenage alt-right kids eat that shit up because they're so stupid. Half the people on the fucking internet, all these dumbass fucking teenagers, dude, they're so stupid. They're so stupid. I made one post about single payer healthcare, and this guy's like, oh, we'll have fun waiting 2 weeks to go to the emergency room. It's like, that's not even like, you watch too much Ben Shapiro. Like, if that's honestly how you think single payer systems work, you're a fucking idiot. Like, that's not even a thing. And then they always gloss over the fact, like, 50,000 people die every year in the United States because they put off, like, seeking health treatment. It's fucking funny. Oh, man. It's great. I just love how stupid people are now. It's cool, because, like, society's doomed, but at least I feel really smart. It's great. You know who's gonna be president next is fucking Pete Buttigieg. That guy's gonna be president. Like, probably, like, whenever Joe Biden's done. There's gonna be, like, a gay revolution, and Pete Buttigieg is gonna, like, execute all Bernie bros, all dudes rocking. He's gonna be like, everybody has to fucking watch Hamilton. I don't know, whatever is prevalent in gay culture, I guess. I assume they like Hamilton. It seems kind of like a flamboyant thing. Not necessarily gay, but I'm sure gay people enjoy Hamilton. I bet Pete Buttigieg really, like, vibes with that. Didn't he, what was this song? What was his campaign song? I've got high, high hopes for a living. Fuck, that song fucking blows. It's like one of the worst songs I've ever heard in my life. My songs might suck, but they'll never be that bad. And I'd never let Pete Buttigieg use it as like a campaign thing. Who fucking cares? We're all gonna die. We're probably gonna be dead by the next fucking 2 terms. Oh man, death is a strange concept. It's a very strange concept. You know what else is a strange concept? Fucking Donald Trump's neck pussy. How you like that segue? God. How does that even form? I don't want to get old. If I ever develop a neck pussy, I'm gonna like shoot it off and fucking kill myself. I'm gonna shoot my neck pussy off and blow my brains out. Be like, fuck, I turned 60. The neck pussy's coming and I gotta stop it before it's too late. You know, I was playing Mass Effect, the trilogy that just came out, like the remastered thing. A lot of those games are great, but it's like depressing because it's like this life is so extraordinary, and I have all these friends and hot girlfriends, and then like I come out of it and I'm like, I'm just a fucking dude. I'm not a fucking space captain. And it's just, I can totally see why. Like, instead of solving world hunger or giving people health care, uh, Jeffrey Bezos and all the other billionaires are like in a space race because they want to be like Commander Shepard. And I don't blame them. I think I've totally just changed my opinion based on that. Um, right now, it's just the realization's hitting me. Like, I guess if I could go to space instead of helping people, I'd totally do that. Because honestly, people kind of suck anyway. Like, um, and I mentioned this before, but obviously, yes, like cocaine, hookers, sex, and space. But like beyond that, I guess I'd just try and find aliens to like bang. I kind of want to bang aliens, so I'd start like looking out in the cosmos for like intelligent life to have sex with. I'd be sending out like messages, like you know how we send out like satellite things and like Morse code to like certain areas where we send signals. And so like we'd find like a signal and then I'd like be sending like you up texts and shit like just through Morse code. Be like tits for dick or something like just fucking like douchebag like shooting DMs in like all quadrants of the galaxy hoping to get an answer back. You know, humanity honestly has probably got to be one of the worst species. Like I'm sure that there's other like life out there, but I doubt any of them have like conceptualized like some sort of insane made up market economy that like destroys their own planet because we're fucking insane. Like I'm sure every other world like fucking lives in harmony and like grows flowers and shit. Who cares? Aliens aren't coming anytime soon. And if they do, I hope they kill me. I hope it's like Independence Day. And I'm like one of the people on top of that building in Los Angeles that just gets fucking blown up. I love that. Oh god, death can't come soon enough. Yeah, anyway, Mass Effect. It's a great game. Great game series. Love it. But back to what I was kind of saying earlier too, with all these fucking white guys on TikTok, like just indoctrinating the youth to like these. It's like the alt-right pipeline. Like it just kind of sucks people in now, and it's like so prevalent. Like YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, iFunny, whatever. Like it's so easy to get sucked into this alt-right pipeline, especially as like a vulnerable teenager or whatever. And it's like fucking Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder, all these fucking assholes that are just so stupid and wrong, but like are able to like effectively communicate with like these fucking stupid teenagers and like you know own feminists or like make leftists look stupid by debating like college students and shit, like just dumb stuff. But it's so dumb too. It's like, and then when like they get in trouble for like posting like Nazi shit, like just insanely like what the fuck things, and then they get in trouble for it. They're like, oh, they're censoring our free speech. Like fucking Steven Crowder posted like a mock execution of George Floyd, and it's like, what the fuck? Like this is like fucking insane. He's like, oh, I can't believe YouTube's attacking my channel and demonetizing me. It's like, yeah, I don't think advertisers want to be fucking associated with like a goddamn mock execution of somebody. Like, you fucking maniac. Like, it's not censoring free speech. You're just like fucking insane. Like, literally insane. God, he's such a fucking dick. Steven Crowder. Fuck that guy. What a douche. He's so good too, because you can just like deflect into like the you mad like mentality thing. That's what all conservatives have. They're like, oh, you mad? And it's like, yep, you're fucking lame as shit. Don't even get me started on like the Groypers and all the Nick Fuentes alt-right fucking shit. Those guys are just cringy fucking losers. Yeah, you know, my favorite thing about politics is Donald Trump's neck pussy. I'd say that's my favorite thing. Shit, this show is going on too long. Like I said, this is not going to have a finite ending. It's just going to end abruptly.